months, Rashad Makori made his first public appearance after being locked up for days. Natives of the Itre community, a suburb of Elmina in the central region, amidst dancing and singing, came all out in support as he completed the final traditional rites. Nana Kofi Kukudru the Nsrahehin was afterwards introduced to the paramount chief of Elmina, Nana Kujokundia VI. At the historic ceremony, Nana Kofi Kukudru the Nsrahehin vowed to promote African diaspora relations and boost tourism.
As we build communities here and we also have culture exchange, we can all grow. Black Americans in the United States are struggling with systematic oppression and racism. Coming to Africa, in this case Ghana, we get to express freedom of expression, brotherhood, sisterhood, and unity. And we can all build finances, prosperity, strength, and cohesion.
Nana Edu Eji is the executive director of the PanFest Foundation and a member of the steering committee of Beyond the Retail.
Yes, it is a great day, and I think that we have a lot to be proud of, that we still continue to see the coming together of our brothers and sisters from afar, from the diaspora, coming back home here to Ghana, to the ancient city of Elmina, being embraced, and this is a dream and a prophecy unfolding before our eyes. And so I think that the ancestors are very happy today to see our reunion take place.
I like that. You talked about, the bits and pieces of colonialism being represented in Ghana today. Which parts of it have you seen? What have you spotted?
Well, it's just still. I know that when people bring their issues of finances, me being a Black American, knowing what systematic oppression is about, I still to this day point my finger at the previous effects of 1957. Okay. What was going on prior to that, as why our African countries aren't as rich as European countries. While the CD is 7.8, 7.6 right now, I still look at European influence as the reason, Asian influence as the reason. I don't really point my finger at Ghanaians per se.
Really? Because I would have said, we've had independence for well over 60 years, right? And so we've had the opportunity to run our own affairs. Isn't it possible that perhaps it may be something that we haven't done rightly, if I may say, to get to the point that we feel like we should have been, or we should have gone into right now? Absolute independence.
Well, when you're dealing with countries like America, who's had independence for 300 and something years, 1776, countries like the UK, that's on record, been 1,000 years into
right.
Having their money and their finances organized. The military doesn't have the power. Anytime other countries, you look at Gaddafi, make moves to make one African currency, all of a sudden they get bombed, or the CIA infiltrates. I didn't think I'd be talking about this.
No.
But
this happened.
Known in private life as Rashad Makori, the Black American tour operator, entrepreneur, investor, and author, who is very passionate about tourism, has been installed as the new tourism chief of Iture, a suburb of Elmina and the Commander Edina Iguafu Ebrim constituency, at a colorful traditional ceremony organized by the chiefs and elders of the town, attended by some other distinguished persons, including those from the diaspora. Rashad Makori was given the stool name Nana Kofi Kokodofo I. Speaking at the event, the tourism chief, Nana Kofi Kokodofo I, appealed to government and Ghanaians to invest more in the tourism sector.
This is the time, astrologically, spiritually, and as you see with your own eyes, that Black Americans in the diaspora is traveling. So continue to invest in tourism. It will pay off. Don't let the coronavirus pandemic slow things down. Yes, it slowed things down, but it didn't stop things. Things will continue to flourish. Things will continue to bloom. So if you're a tour operator, stick with your business, because our people are coming. The economy are happening, and you want to be in position when the boom happens again.
He promised to promote tourism and culture in Ituri, Elmina, and the country as a whole, with support from other Black Africans and people in the diaspora.
As we build communities here, and we also have culture exchange, we can all grow. Black Americans in the United States are struggling with systematic oppression and racism. Coming to Africa, in this case Ghana, we get to express freedom of expression, brotherhood, sisterhood, and unity. And we can all build finances, prosperity, strength, and cohesion.
The opinion of the Ituri royal family, Nana Edu also appealed to government to support the newly installed tourism chief of Ituri and Elmina in the promotion of tourism.
Oh, yeah, the whole Ghana. It's one more papema, and I dare be more just Ghana.
The newly installed chief has lived in Ghana since February 2020, and he is the owner of Africa Cross Culture, a tourism company which specializes in organizing trips to African countries including Egypt, Ghana, Kenya, Nigeria, Rwanda, and Uganda. He has taken approximately 400 individuals to the continent of Africa since 2017 and is recognized as an American authority figure in travel and repatriation to Africa. Nana Kukudofu I, who is also a journalist for Modern Ghana, has contributed substantial articles promoting Africa and African diaspora relations.
Ghana is listed as the second safest country in all of Africa after Mauritius. A lot of things when I first got here that I knew that as a Black American, if this was happening in America, that's when you start hearing those shooting stories, those fighting stories, and seeing the fights and the gunshots online. And it took me some time to realize, like, oh, these people get really angry at each other, and then after some time, they go back to being normal. And a lot of times, too, the issues get resolved. And that calmed me down a lot, being here, just seeing constant examples of people getting really angry and then expressing their feelings, and that's it. A lot of my American colleagues, they are really looking to invest in solar energy. Solar energy is something that for the years to come, even our current administration, the Biden administration in the United States, they're focusing on solar renewable energy. If you can find a way to seek out grant money